Hello everyone, I am just doing a little update on my knitting patterns for anyone that doesn't know about them on any of my channels. And my first one, this was my first pattern, is a 16 to 20 inch rosebud lace button-up cardigan, and the back and the two fronts are all knitted in one and the sleeves done separate. And all my patterns are in double knitting, so I don't need to tell you that for any other one. So that's a 16 to 20 inch rosebud, and that's just a picture of another one on the back. And then this one is a 16 to 24 inch open moss stitch button-up cardigans, and these are done in 5 pieces. This is just a knit and purl stitch pattern, quite easy. And that's just a picture of one of the smaller ones on the back. And this is I call this blackberry. It's 16 to 24 inch blackberry jackets and hats. Some people call it bubble stitch and some call it bramble. But I've always called it blackberry because that's what it was called in the books that I got a lot of years ago. And they are in 5, that's in 5 pieces too. It's a colour, or as a picture on the back, you can have a one with 2 colours here with a round neck. And this is a 16 to 24 inch v-neck mock rib. It's a 3x1 mock rib, a knit 3 and purl 1 on one row and just purl row on the other row. So there's only actually 2 rows to the pattern, and that's knitted in 5 pieces. And that's the boys one on the back. And this is another rosebud one, but this is knitted in 5 pieces. These are 22 to 28 inch button-up cardigans for anyone that wants the larger sizes. And this is, I call this one border lace. It's 16 to 20 inch border because it just has lace pattern on the borders here. It's like a chevron type of pattern, and these are knitted, the back and front's all in one, and then the sleeves separate. And that's just a picture close-up of the one on the back. And these are my baby patterns. I have 3 on this pattern. There was a rosebud one, there's a basket stitch one, and that is a one done a smaller, like a moss stitch, like a basket moss stitch type of thing. And this pattern is knitted in double knitting, but it's knitted with 2 strands of double knitting. So you knit it on larger needles. And this is a one that I got out of a magazine. I think it was My Weekly Knitting magazine. Can't actually remember, but it was a very long time ago, probably about 40 years ago. And a lot of people asked me, because I had showed the ones I had knitted for myself, but I made them longer because this is a little crop top one, but I made them longer with long sleeves, and a lot had asked me for the pattern, so I made the pattern. I copied the pattern out because it was in a bit of a state and copied it onto the way I make them. And this one, 16 to 24 inch, that lady's one, we'll get it to. It started at 32 and went up to 40 inch. And these are 16 to 26 inch button-up basket stitch jackets. There's a basket stitch, is 4x4 basket stitch. And again, you can have them with a collar or a round neck, and there's hats go with them. And there was a couple of other ones I did with just the round necks. And this is a 16 to 24 inch double moss stitch. It's the knit 2 purl 2, like the ordinary moss stitch, but double number of stitches. And that's it with a round neck on there. And this is another one. You can do it, this is a little boy's cardigan on here, but you can do it for a girl. It depends which side you put the buttonholes on. And it's done all in one again, the back and the 2 fronts, and the sleeves separate. and that is 16 to 20 inch. This is another baby one, 16 to 20 inch. This was the one the lady sent me the pattern to see if I could help her with it, because she couldn't understand the pattern. It was very hard to understand, very poorly written, so I wrote it out in my own words and made it a lot easier. So it's not actually my own pattern, I just altered a lot of things on it, and I added the little flowers to the actual pattern, the 16 to 20 inch one. That's the picture of what it looks like, full size. It's knitted, you start with the two fronts and you work up, and then you add the stitches for the sleeves till you get up to the neck, and when you get to the neck you work the stitches, you cast off the sleeve stitches so far down, and then carry on down to the bottom for the back. So the whole thing's done all in one. And this is my latest pattern. These are 16 to 24 inch garter stitch and cables. I did a few different ones, ones with a little bonnet and ones with a little hat. These aren't ones that I'm selling, these are ones I just made out for myself. I should have 3 of those, I think. I thought I had 3. 1, 2, no I haven't, I've only got 2. And these are patterns that I only do PDFs in these unless anyone asks me for them. I will do a paper pattern, but they do have to pay for the paper pattern. But it's only one size, that's why I don't sell them on eBay or Etsy, that's where I sell my patterns. And this is a 40 inch 2x4 basket stitch button up cardigan. It's that one. And this one is another one, it's only one size, a 42 to 44 raindrop button up cardigan. It's in double knitting 2. And the last one, this is a 40 inch. This is a drop stitch. Yeah, this is a drop stitch down with the type of garter in between. And I knit this on a larger needle with double knitting wool. I knit it on a 4.50 needle. But if you wanted to knit it on a smaller needle, it would probably come out to 38. So you could probably get 2 sizes out of that pattern. But like I'm saying, these are only ones that I just give PDFs for to anyone that wants them, or the paper pattern if anyone's willing to pay me for them and send them to me, send the money to me for the for them. But I sell all these patterns on Etsy or eBay. They are £2.50 on eBay, but I charge £2.65 on Etsy because they take more fees. So I have to charge a little bit more. And I also have PDFs. They're only £1 on Etsy. Only on Etsy, because I can't work out how to put PDFs up on eBay. I've tried, but I just don't know how it works. But the PDFs are £1. If you're in the UK, you do have to pay 20p VAT, because once you don't pay VAT on paper ones, but once they're in a written format, you have to pay VAT, which is ridiculous actually. And in other countries, you do have to pay whatever taxes you have to pay in those countries. So anyway, those are my patterns. Just I thought I would let any of my new subscribers who don't know about them know, and I'm sure all my older subscribers know all about them. But anyway, there is a link to eBay and Etsy on all of my channels, so all anyone has to do is go onto those links and it takes you straight onto my shops where these are for sale. So that was just a little bit to update some of the patterns, because I've done this once before, but I've had a few more patterns added since then. So anyway, thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.